Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Humble Bowl on the field of Episcopal High School here in Alexandria, Virginia, where this evening the Alexandria Reds are entertaining Grove United in a match, the second time this season that the two have played. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by In Motion Photography and Videography, the official photographer of the Alexandria Reds. Let's take a check of the lineup for Grove United. And head coach Justin Grove, named the team after himself, has a record of 2 wins, also has a draw and 3 losses so far on the season. And when you take a look at them, they are currently sitting in 6th place on the table. And again, a record of 2-1-3. Let's take a check of the Alexandria Reds and the starting lineup for Will Hanna's crew. He's in the 3rd season leading the team with a 3-win, 1 draw, and 1 loss record to this point. The Reds sitting 3rd on the table as you take a look at their starting 11, including Chris Barnard, who has 2 goals, among the leaders on the pitch this evening with a couple goals. Ethan Stewart also has a goal this season. Kamari Hadaway is in goal for the Reds. So about ready to get things underway, as those are your starting lineups, again presented by In Motion Photography and Videography, the official photographer of the Alexandria Reds. Want to remind you to stay connected to the men's and women's teams by following them online. You can visit the website at alexandriareds.org. That's alexandriareds.org for player profiles, and follow the women on Instagram at Alexandria_pro women, at Alexandria_pro women, and the men on Instagram at Alexandria_pro_, at Alexandria_pro_. We hope you will. So about ready to get things going here in Alexandria, Virginia. The Reds, well, they're wearing red, and Grove United is wearing the white uniforms and white jerseys. That ends up out. Second part of our doubleheader here from the Hummel Bowl earlier today. The Alexandria Reds WPSL team fell to UKFC by a count of 6-3. And the kick there is wide, coming from Asanda Tom. Tom this season does have 3 goals. Now that one just off. First time these teams played was May 27th. The Reds came away with a 4-0 win over Grove United. Grove United making the drive here to Alexandria for this one. Toward the middle of the field and a lot of traffic, but it'll go past. You can see the sun right in goalkeeper William Howard's eyes. He was kind of trying to shield it on that last play. That ends up out. Nil-nil here in the 6th minute. Grove United and the Alexandria Reds. Dan Lang now joined by Nick Papadis on the broadcast. The Reds looking pretty good on the table coming into today 3rd, Grove United 6th. And in talking with the general manager of the Reds earlier today, saying that he's pleased with where they're at. Obviously, the early season drop to the Annapolis Blues was tough, but if they can come away with a win here tonight, he kind of likes where they're standing.
Yeah, you know, it's one that they would have hoped to take 3 points from that Virginia Dream game. Giving up a goal in the 91st minute's always a letdown when you're on the front foot for so long, but all in all, you got to like where they're sitting at the moment, especially with Dream taking 3 points against Annapolis just about a week ago.
McMillan.
Interesting for Grove to drop into that mid-block there, just sitting, waiting for pressure, waiting for the Reds to advance and really inviting the long ball. And on a field this size, it's an interesting decision because a guy like McMillan can really drop it in to a runner behind on such a short field. It's a bold strategy early on from the Richmond side.
And so you just got an answer to the question that we asked a little bit earlier in the broadcast. Grove United is in Richmond.
They are in Richmond. Couple hour trip today. They got here nice and early.
There's lots to do in this area, so it's not the worst thing to get here early.
I think I saw most of the Grove United team watching the other Richmond team from UKFC in the women's match. No connection between the two teams. Both just happen to be from Richmond. Both got to travel up here for Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to those who are fathers. Aggressive move there, and Grove United wanting the call, and then Justin Grove, the head coach of Grove United, fired up.
Coach, general manager, team president, wearing many hats, Justin Grove.
Team named after him.
Well, it's when you're the owner and the manager and everything, you might as well name the team after you. You are the team.
Steinbrenner didn't do that for the Yankees. A lot of traffic there for Barnard. And a save from Howard.
Yeah, this official's not going to give him anything. He's set that tone as the fourth official in the last match, and he's right on top of that and gave nothing as the fourth official and giving nothing there.
And how important is that to know how a match is going to be called as far as being able to figure out how you play it?
Well, the thing is as long as he sets a standard of contact that he sticks with the whole match, you can kind of deal with it as a player, coach, or referee, or any position on the field. It gets really hard when
it's inconsistent.
You know, I'd rather, when I'm coaching, I'd rather have a ref that's consistently bad than one that's inconsistently okay.
Aguilar had it taken away. Nil-nil in the 9th minute between the Alexandria Reds and Grove United.
I think it's challenging in a match like this with him allowing that standard of contact within the first 10 minutes. This could get chippy. We've seen it at the NPSL level before where, you know, guys are going to – these are smart players. They know and they understand what the level of contact he's going to allow is, and if he allows too much or too little too early on, it really could set the tone for the match and how these players play it.
Battling for it there was Ethan Stewart.
Oh, McMillan putting Hadaway in a really tough position there.
Aguilar, again, has it grabbed away. And Machado tumbles down.
Yeah, straight to the pocket there for the official, and no doubt as a tackle clearly from behind of Machado.
A yellow card caution has been issued to Grove United's number 5, Edgar Martins. The card occurs in the 11th.
Edgar Martins getting the card for Grove United.
Could you confirm that was number 5?
Aguilar.
Not the contact he would have wanted there. He's got to slice under that one, try to pull that away from the goalkeeper, find Shaney Joseph in the air. He's big body at the 9. Shaney's played on the wing, played at the 9. He's kind of played various positions. So they're putting him in there because he's good in the air, and they're trying to find him on something.
Sprinting forward, and that one is going to get in the net.
That's not what you want to see from Yaga. He got lazy there, played his opponent in.
I believe that was Usami Wepu.
Yeah, he just picked the pocket there. Really poor back pass, trying to slide it over to McMillan, and ended up costing his side.
He's had a good season. Mwepu has. That is his 4th goal this year.
They don't get any easier than that. Yaga playing him right in. Hadaway, unlucky there to have conceded a goal on the ball like that. You know, it's one, if a player beats you honestly, it's one thing, but to give that up, he'll be frustrated.
For Mwepu now takes the lead on the team in goals scored, was in a tie with Asanda Tom.
Midfield not quite active enough for the Reds at the moment. They're getting caught a little high. Ignacio has been playing on the wing a lot and he switched with Aguilar today. Clearly trying to use Aguilar's speed down the left side, near side of your screen. But, you know, it's one of those things that there's chemistry between Aguilar and Bernard, and to put Ignacio in there changes a lot of things. The way you move with your fellow center mid is different, and they're going to have to figure that out quickly because right now they're not getting on the ball enough.
That's one of the things that makes this league so interesting is the constant roster changes and lineup changes based on what everyone's doing. There's not a lot of constant when that comes, which you can get from chemistry.
Yeah, and it's particularly interesting today because that lineup change is just a personnel change. They've moved guys around. It's the same players just playing different positions, which is not something you usually see from Coach Will Hanna.
Do you know why Will decided to do that?
Yeah, I think he's going to try to use Aguilar's speed. He's got such good feet, and on this size field, like I said, your center back can hit a ball 50, 60 yards, put it in the corner, and when you got a guy with as much pace as Aguilar, you can try to get him on something in the outside area.
Beckman fires it ahead to Moepu.
Really well-weighted ball from Bernard. Another poor ball from Yaga. A lot of hands of apology from him early on, and this is the reason you got Aguilar in on the wing.
Aguilar chasing that one down, now hustling after it and trying to change direction.
Well, not only is he pacey, but he's shifty as well, and uses his low center of gravity to get his body across that and draw the foul.
Nice to have that ability. So Aguilar kicks it toward the middle, and it is moved out by Grove United. Ethan Stewart moving it forward. Now here's Aguilar as he moves in closer, dancing with it. Circling back around there was Joseph. William Howard, tall and lanky.
Yeah, and you know the recipe for that is put the ball low and on the ground and see if he gets down quick enough or if he falls like a tall tree. Got to test him, put it low, test him, see what he does.
Stewart tracking it down for the Reds.
Clever ball from Machado, but not on the same page as Aguilar or Joseph. To bring that one off your chest and volley it is a special bit of skill. That's again where we discuss just an inconsistent bit of contact that's much lighter contact than what was in the box earlier, and that's the problem there is now setting the standard is going to be difficult. Bernard really unhappy with that ball from his defender. He wants it in midfield, wants to link up play. Instead, put him behind and all the way to the Grove goalkeeper.
As Howard Now Martins. Martins corrals it.
Good step from Stewart there.
One 0 Grove United leading Alexandria. 19th minute of play here at the Humble Bowl on the campus of Episcopal High School in Alexandria, Virginia.
Trying to draw that high press that Grove really doesn't want to play, and this is why. If the Reds can draw that pressure, they can create a lot of space up the field.
Bernard dumping off. Now here's Stewart. Stewart able to grab it away. And that ends up out.
Bit too much contact there, and he's got to be a little concerned. He's already on a yellow card, picked up another quick foul just moments after that yellow, and throwing his hands up at the referee. It's not a good way to let him forget you.
Yeah, Martins is who you're talking about, number 5.
Yeah, half the time you want the referee to not remember your number.
Right.
He's not doing the best job of that at the moment, and a lot of space with the high line here for your Machado or Bernard to drop the ball in.
And it's overkicked.
Bernard throwing his hands up saying, you got Shaney and Moody in there. Neither you're getting to that.
Here's Howard.
Good work on the turn there. Ooh.
Tom moves it ahead. Got to stop there for Hadaway.
That's the one thing that Hadaway's experience, you can really see. Not only does he go grab that, but he immediately drives forward, start the attack, trying to create something in behind, and didn't see anything he liked.
With the experience also comes the confidence in a play like that.
McMillan needs to drop one here. Go to. Yeah, that was the man I was looking for McMillan to pick up there, as Collins almost gets on the end of that. Just roaming free, Stewart didn't have him. And that's where the Reds got beat on the back post against Dream. It's a miscommunication between Stewart and his center back next to him. You know, just you always talk about the center back partnership, and so far McMillan and Yaga have gotten that figured out. But just as important is the partnership between outside back and their center back. You got to know what they can cover, what they're going to cover.
There's some chemistry. But too far ahead there of Aguilar.
That's where Machado's skill on the ball just shines in the quick 1-2 touch play through midfield. You can bring down the ball. If it's bouncing, you can find a lovely weighted pass. It makes a huge difference.
When you look at the season, how many total matches is each team going to have played? We have 6 in the books so far for most squads. Alexandria has played 5. Grove has played 6. Virginia Dream just 4.
So play 10 total, and it's a bit of a confusing mix of home and away.
Battle for it. And it'll be had away. Fans getting fired up. Interesting mix, you say, of home and road, because some teams just play more at home based on their facilities.
So you play 5 and 5, but it really depends, because sometimes you're for Grove, for example, their 5 away are away. They're not close games. So, you know, in the Reds area, you've got Annapolis that's about 45 minutes away. You've got FC Frederick that's about an hour. The nearest team for Grove United is probably Virginia Beach City, and they're still about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So you look at it, and every road game for them is a true road game. They're having to actually get out there and travel a bit, where for the Reds and for Annapolis and DMVFC and Dream, your away matches might be 15 minutes away. You can bring plenty of fans out to an away match.
Not in this traffic, or not in this area. 15 minutes, nay, I say.
Now, there's the nearest being Dream up in Falls Church. That probably would be the closest, and then don't forget the Alexandria Rough Diamonds playing all their games in D.C. So
makes
that
a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, that one could be a good 45 minutes to hour away, depending on what time of day you're going there. Supposed to be listed as the D.C. Rough Diamonds. Never updated their logo after agreeing to do so.
I guess the marketing is just too good.
Yeah, you know, it's nothing like being the Alexandria Rough Diamonds of Catholic University.
Yes.
Probably about the farthest away area of D.C., no less.
Here in the middle, and that's going to be high from Torres.
Yeah, Torres needed to take that on his left. Thought he had time for an extra touch. If he laces that with his left, drags it across the face of goal, might get Hadaway shifting.
Entering the 27th minute, it is a 1-0 lead for Grove United on Mwepu's goal in the 12th minute. Pushing ahead. Collins.
Poor application of advantage there. It's called it the wrong way. It's Machado who got his jersey grabbed, and he's going to probably give something against Machado here.
Stewart able to move that out. Just wide.
Collins, again, at the back post, just not getting there. Back post has been open. Back post has been the way to go if you're Grove United. It's been their only route forward after being given a goal by Moody Yaga.
Want to remind you, if you can't make it to the game, all Reds home games are streamed on Huddle and YouTube. Visit alexandriareds.org. That's alexandriareds.org for more information.
Good tackle from Hormozy there. Got numbers forward now.
Little stutter step and turn for Ignacio.
That's where you see that Aguilar really used to being in the center of the park, really attacked at the penalty spot.
Penny Sr. pleading his case to the official.
I'd like to see the Reds drag this wall a little, or drag the set piece a little bit towards the near side of your screen a little bit more, not giving themselves a lot of width to whip this ball into.
And that one just high.
That's probably why it's quick discussion, and Machado wanted that one. Take a quick hydration break. Above 82 degrees, it's within the ref's purview to deem that necessary.
What is the purview area degree-wise?
82.
82,
82.
okay. So it's 81, he can't.
81, he cannot. 82 or above, it goes to the athletic trainer, and they can, the ref can weigh in. Anything above 90, and you're going to always have a hydration break.
Gives us a chance to remind you that you can get nothing but the best for your garage with Potomac Garage Solutions. Transform your garage space into the clean, organized, usable space that you want. Potomac Garage Solutions can help you create more space in your garage. You can use the space for parking your car or transforming it into a gym or home office. Visit PotomacGarageSolutions.com for more information. How about In Motion Photography? It's the official team photographer of the Reds. In Motion offers lifestyle and commercial photography and videography based in the Washington, D.C. area. I want to remind you to support ASA's Access for All initiative by joining the Red and Blue Club. To make a donation, visit alexandria-soccer.org. That's alexandria-soccer.org/donate. Your generosity supports free programming, scholarships, facility improvements, state-of-the-art equipment, and more. Nice to have you with us here this evening from Alexandria, Virginia, where Grove United has a 1-0 lead on the Alexandria Reds. Going into the 32nd minute, that lone goal from Onesime Muepu coming in the 12th minute, his 4th goal of the season, and that's where we stand at this point.
Assistant coach Matt Curtin making sure the Gatorade is up to snuff.
There's a fine mix.
Has to be just the right ratio.
Yeah.
Can't be too watery, can't be too sweet.
Do you know what flavor they're going with?
I believe it's Glacier Freeze today.
Do they only go with one option, or is there, like, if you don't like Glacier Freeze, you're just out of luck?
Yeah, it's Glacier Freeze or Glacier Freeze are their options.
Okay. Sticking with it there was Joseph, but Grove United able to get it away.
You know, I'll tell you, the yellow line, very hard to see on the left side of your screen. I thought that one was going to go out, but I thought it was out already there.
Aguilar, got to get in.
Don't disagree with the call, but I disagree with going over to speak to him on that. There's nothing in that. They're both two players, eyes on the ball, going for the ball. Contact's going to happen. Makes the right call there.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't need to be a word or more than that.
Focus there for Tom, but Hadaway able to make the save.
Quick hand of apology there as well. He sliced across that one, Tom. Got a lot of first names as last names in this game. We've got Joseph for the Reds, Tom for Grove United.
One of the last names on Grove United is also Senior.
A little tip wide from the goalkeeper. Will be a Reds corner. Unsure of that one. It was hard to tell, but it might have crept on goal if he didn't get that fingertip length to it. Left-footed in-swinger. Statistically, the highest goal-scoring chance, the left-footed in-swinger on a corner kick.
So that deems well for
not with a service
Reds.
Like that.
Right.
That is not what you need on that service, not one bit. I think if the service is going to be like that, you'd rather have a right footer on this one. It is tough, though. This field, from that regard.
A lot of traffic and just unable to get it in, missing by mere inches.
Oh, McMillan hitting the crossbar there, can't get the underside of the bar. And O'Neill flagging, waving on that the Grove United players need to stop diving left and right. The Olympics aren't for a couple more weeks.
Here's Tom making his move past Hermosi.
That's where that miscommunication between Ignacio and Bernard really apparent. Really well done.
Stewart getting in on that one.
Struggling to deal with Tom down the right side. Big counter-attacking opportunity now as the Reds charge forward.
So that ends up out.
Yeah, Hermosi needs to keep going forward there. Grove had no option but to foul him, but when he releases the ball, he lets him off the hook.
Yaga trying to move it forward.
You gotta love what Ryan O'Neill can do on the ball.
In the corner, it's Ignacio. Aguilar moving it back to Stewart. Aguilar showing off his speed, chasing that one down. And it'll be out there off of Spiegel.
Assistant referee calling that offside. Very hard to tell from this angle, but have to think with the timing of that run that could not have possibly been offside.
There's Howard.
Bit of a measuring process the first half, and the only thing that's been for sure is that Yaga's ball was not the one as he played in the opposing forward for Grove United. It seems like it could be the difference maker in the first half unless the Reds can push something on here late.
As we're in the 40th minute. As that's out. Moving it quickly here is Aguilar. Barnard. Joseph. Losing control. Yaga corrals it for the Reds. McMillan. Now here's Stewart. Looks like Stewart is down with a bit of an injury. A little slow to get up. As he walks away from it. Now trots. Yaga. Now here's Aguilar. There's Barnard. Trying to push through, and another whistle. And Bernard making an emphatic case to the official. Bernard throwing up his arms and rolling his eyes. Edgar Martin's a little slow to get up. One 0. Grove United leads 43rd minute here in the first half. Chasing it down, but it'll roll out. So it'll be for Grove United, getting it in. And a lot of traffic, a lot of red jerseys, so the Reds come away with it. Now chasing it down is Martins, who along with Joseph being aggressive. Aguilar, now Stewart. So a minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage time will be added.
Minutes of stoppage time added to the end of the first half. A yellow card caution has been issued to Alexandria.
So a yellow card has been given to Rafael Machado. Spiegel takes it back, now works it back over, and another whistle. There's Stewart hustling down the sideline. Aguilar. Spiegel able to get it away. Couple minutes into stoppage time, minimum of 4 added here. Yaga.
A yellow card caution has been issued to Alexandria's number 3, Ryan O'Neill.
Ryan O'Neill being issued a yellow card. So there's about a minute or so of extra time at least left here in the first half. Aguilar. Yaga. Look toward O'Neal. Aguilar asking for it. So it looks like that is how the first half comes to an end with a 1-0 lead for Grove United over the Alexandria Reds. That one goal coming on Onesime Muepu's goal in the 12th minute. So we've reached the midway point of this match. Halftime is here. Back with more after this.
The Family Foundation's goal is to create economic security and support the communities and nonprofits connected to the students, their holistic economic security, and a better life. For more words on the Zotega Foundation, passing it over to Jennifer Atkins.
Thank you everyone for being here and for helping us support these amazing young men in their college careers. I also want to recognize Councilman Kanika Geary, who is here, who also helped in the selection committee. And before we get started with this year's recipients, I want to give you an update on last year's recipient. Last year, Harvin Rodriguez received scholarship from the Zotega Foundation. It was the inaugural scholarship. He had played with ASA since junior academy and was consistently a top player. Things didn't work out quite as he had hoped after high school, and he ended up going to Nova so that he could get his grades up, and we are proud to announce that his dreams of playing college soccer have come true. He has accepted a spot on the roster for the 24-25 season with Shenandoah University. We are proud to support him and continue to support him by paying his tuition to that school. His mentor, Autumn, has been inspired by his willingness to learn and grow as a young man, as a scholar, as a player, and as an example to those coming up behind him to not give up and to keep determined and focused and hard work. And now I'm going to turn the mic over to Michelle Milden, who will talk about Noel.
Thank you. My name is Michelle Milden, and we are thrilled to announce that Noel is the first runner-up for the Zotega Scholarship. Noel will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University in the fall. I think we give a round of applause for that, for his academic achievement. Noel will be the first person in his family to go to college, and I know his family feels so much pride and overjoyed for that opportunity. Noel, I had a chance to review his application, and what I found so inspiring is that Noel is such a hard worker, and we are thrilled to see your hard work paying off. As you all may know, attending college is hard, and the only burden that should be on someone is passing those classes. And so the Zotega Foundation is very excited to provide this scholarship for you. The foundation also noticed your drive, your focus, and your humility, and I just want to encourage you that those are ingredients to your future success, Noel. His participation in the Ethiopian International Club, his aspirations to being a prominent leader in technology, look out for this guy in cybersecurity one day, and supporting your family. These are model qualities and characteristics of a bright future leader. So I know your younger siblings are looking up to you in this moment. I hope you never forget this moment and remember how special you are and how proud of you are in your achievement. Congratulations.
Okay, I am honored and proud to stand here for Autumn, who could not be here tonight, and announce that the winner of the 2024 Zotega Scholarship Award is Albert Nunez. Albert, on behalf of the selection committee, we were blown away by your application. Everything in it reflected the community support around you. It is clear that you are a leader. It is also clear that you are an incredibly hard worker. James Madison University is so lucky to have you join as a member of their community. We know that you will bring them, as you bring us, your community, a great deal of pride in your accomplishments, but also in who you are as a person. In your application, you said, my biggest goal in life is to be able to wake up every morning and feel like I have a purpose and drive behind what I do. I know that I want to work with people and improve people's lives, if that means financially or emotionally, by something as simple as making people's days a little bit better. Your recollection of living a few blocks away from Mansion Drive, in proximity to homes and lives that seemed out of reach, resonates with so many people. You reminded us in your application that we are all neighbors and we are all connected. You inspire everyone you meet with hope that those things are not out of reach, and in fact, they are entirely possible, and that is the most Zotega thing ever. We, your community, are so excited to send you off into the world to accomplish your goals. We are honored that we can do a small part to help by covering your tuition and providing you with a mentor to support you in the ups and downs of your college experience. So can we all rise, please, and give Albert the recognition he deserves today? Albert, you are our neighbor, our family, our son, our brother. We cannot wait to see the places you'll go and the people whose lives you will make better. Congratulations, Albert. Congratulations, Noel, too. Good job. Good job. You want to say something?
My name is Tommy Parkey, Executive Director of ASA, and I just want to, thank the committee members, Kanik, Michelle, Jen, Will Hanna, who spent a lot of time in liaison, all of the student athletes at ASA and connecting them to the Zoteka Foundation. The foundation and its mission is directly in line with what ASA seeks when we talk about the outcomes for our youth. Opening doors and improving the health and well-being of the individuals at ASA. So we could not be more proud to partner with Zoteka and opening doors for our future generations. So congratulations, gentlemen. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming as well.
Back here in Alexandria at Episcopal High School, Humble Bowl is the site of this evening's match as Grove United has a 1-0 lead on the Alexandria Reds. That one goal coming on Onespi Muepu's goal in the 12th minute. And that is where we stand as the second half is underway. And the first shot is going to go high and wide. And we're joined by Elbert Nunez, who at halftime was presented with Zotega Foundation Scholarship. And congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to be going to James Madison in the fall. What are you planning to study?
I'm planning on studying business and double majoring with econ.
Okay.
I wanted to do both of them together. I think it fits perfectly.
I know at halftime, I thought it was interesting. They said that you grew up not far from a street called Mansion Drive, and you said you wanted to kind of, not necessarily do you want a mansion, but you just like the idea that those people in those big homes grew up or woke up every day knowing that they made a difference in the world. You want to do the same thing.
So on my essay, my goal of speaking about Mansion Drive was having something to reach for. And I think everyone needs to have a goal in life, and I think if you aspire to reach somewhere, I think every day you wake up to keep on working and keep on pushing yourself to reach that goal. So I think that's what my goal behind speaking about Mansion Drive on my essay was.
Soccer and how important that has been to your life. How big a piece has it been?
Soccer to me is everything still. I think every day I think about soccer at least once. You know, if it's watching a game, playing soccer, just playing with my friends. Soccer is very important. I think it connects everyone. ASA particularly has been a huge impact on my life, and I think I've had a huge impact on ASA as well. But it's just a club that I've loved since a little kid, and I think that's something everyone should have. I think people need to have things they love, and ASA has been that for me.
How long have you been a part of the ASA program?
So I started playing rec soccer when I was 5 at ASA, and then around 6 or 7 I joined junior academy, and then 8 I was on the U9 red team, and then worked through my way next 4 years, 5 years, and then we joined MLS next, I want to say U15, and then I've finished off this year U19 boys, MLS next.
So you've been, what is that, about maybe 14 years, 14, 15 years, something like that?
14, 15 years, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Long time.
And so the time, obviously, you must have liked and continue to like your experience with the Reds, but what has it meant for you, and how has it helped you grow as a person? Not just a player, which obviously I'm sure you've gotten better on the pitch, but how has it helped you grow as a person?
I mean, I think importantly it's helped me stay fit,
Yes.
which is important. It's also helped me stay consistent with what I do. I think consistency is important. You know, just showing up to every practice, showing up to every game. You need to show up in life, and I think that's what it's helped me with the most.
When you look at the fact that you chose James Madison, JMU, so not too far from here, a little distance, but not necessarily one of the colleges next door. What went into the decision-making process to go to JMU, which obviously is a good school, but why JMU?
I think importantly, financially, it was the best decision for me. Distance-wise, I want to be near my family. I love my family, so that's very important to me. Also, the business program at JMU is really great. I think it's something I looked into for college, and I think JMU was one of my top options.
Any particular angle of business you want to go into? Like you said, business and economics. So, like, do you want to be like an accountant, or you want to own your own business? And if that's the case, any specific thing, like a fast food chain or something to that realm, or any idea as far as that goes?
Right now, I'm leaning into business management.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what I want to do with that, but I think knowing how to manage business would be cool. And it's very helpful even if I don't have my own business. I think it's important in every aspect you do in life is learning how to manage something, learning how to talk to people, learning how to manage a schedule, learning all that stuff. So I think it's very important. It's very broad. So I
Yeah, I
think
was going to say, I'm not asking you to, like, divulge a business plan. I'm not asking for that. I know that's top secret. So what other schools did you look at before settling on JMU?
So my top options were Penn State University and Delaware University. I also got waitlisted to some schools like William & Mary, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. But my top two were JMU and Penn State. I think Penn State was really expensive, so especially with out of state.
Yes.
It was that's why JMU was my top option financially.
And with all that being set in, are you going to continue to take part in athletics down there in some realm, some space, somehow?
That's the goal. I want to play club soccer there at least. Maybe try to work up to that varsity team maybe with Jeff. But for now, club soccer. Keep it chill for a little bit.
Keep it going. Yeah. Well, it was nice at halftime to see you get the award, and I'm sure you're proud. So congratulations.
Thank you again.
All right, sure. That's Elvert Nunez right there, winner of the Zotega Foundation Scholarship, being presented with it at halftime. That kick not making it, and then the next one wide. So we sit at 1-0 in the 52nd minute with Grove United on top of the Alexandria Reds, as Nick Papadis now rejoins us as Elvert Nunez, a very well-spoken gentleman.
Yeah, just completed an internship to complete his senior year with ASA. Not sure if he mentioned that, but not only was
he said he's been a part of the program for almost 15 years.
Oh, he's really done it all. He's played. He even, like I said, he worked for us. And his brother, Jonathan Nunez, is the Access for All coordinator and leads the Access for All initiative for the club.
And I like the way that he talked about Mansion Drive and wasn't just talking about the materialistic component of it, but what you have to do to attain the materialistic component of things if you want to do that. But it was an interesting component as to, he said he grew up near it, so you kind of see that over here as a little dangling piece with what hard work can attain. I think you're right. The match has been kind of chippy.
Yeah, and
throughout. Maybe not quite as much as we thought at the beginning, but more so than I've seen in previous matches that the Reds have played.
Again, that's what you open the door for when you wave off a hard tackle in the first 5 minutes of the match. I get that you don't want to impact the game, but you don't set the tone either.
Mm-hmm. Machado. There's Aguilar. Stewart chases it down. Machado trying to create a little space. Did you see during the women's game earlier the kick that went over the brick wall on the other side, and the ball boy ran up, looked for the ball, couldn't find it, went the whole way up the dirt hill, and then the whole way back down the dirt hill. Didn't fall, so credit to the ball boy.
It's hard to clear it out of the stadium here, but it's also very doable if you catch it just right.
Mm-hmm.
And
but that's also at the highest point is where that went out. Like, that's why he went up there, kind of threw up his hands like, I don't see it.
You can already tell where this match is headed. Grove United happy to have the 1-goal lead and slow things down as much as possible. They're in no rush. They know that the Reds can produce goals at will.
Yeah, Grove United entering the day 6th on the table.
You look at it, and the assist on their goal today goes to the Reds center back.
Bernard.
Not the touch he would have been hoping for, but gets in well on the second tackle. Slows things down enough for Aguilar to get there.
And they're knocked away by Howard.
Now it's a good extension dive from Howard. He had to go full stretch. It was hit well with pace and placement from Hermosi.
So it looks like Elias Norris will be entering the lineup for the Reds, as well as Nico Laculia.
Shaney Joseph making way for him there. Laculia, another big body. And I'm a little surprised to see Joseph come out. He's done well so far.
Alexandria substitutions in the 56th minute. Leaving the match, number 18, Shaney Joseph, and number 23, Jeffrey Aguilar. Entering the match, number 15, Nico.
For Aguilar, pulling him out, just a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, it's fixture congestion. Like I said, it's real this time of year, and you're playing a lot of minutes. And also, to be fair, he hasn't created the chaos you're used to seeing him create, and you got to make a change. You got to get a different look in there. And Norris scored a couple goals the last match here for the Reds against Virginia Beach City, so they'll hope he can do it again.
Yeah, Norris has a pair of goals on the season, and both of those coming in the same match.
Yeah, that was a big match for the Reds as they played Virginia Beach City in an absolute rout.
8 teams in the division. Indianapolis Blues sitting in the penthouse, 3 points ahead of DMV Elites FC. And then the Reds sitting in 3rd place with 10 points.
2 points behind, game in hand for the Reds. This will be a big determining factor for them today. If they need to get at least a point out of today.
Mm-hmm.
At the minimum, they'll be looking for 3.
One 0. Grove United has the lead. 58th minute here in Alexandria, Virginia. Circling around there is Ignacio.
Lovely bit of skill, and one of those bits of skill that you're not sure if he even meant it.
Right. There's Stewart.
Waiting for Allies to be onside there.
That was O'Neill chasing after it for the Reds.
Norris out of real estate there.
Michael. As that goes into the stands. Quickly trying to make the move is Ryan O'Neill.
Ignacio in so much space, and O'Neill just didn't find him quickly enough. I don't know if he was concerned about the range or what the case may be.
Or is it one of those where he was just concerned with getting it in quickly and maybe didn't see the whole field? Just wide there, shot by Hermosi.
Center back complaints for Grove United, but when you're playing against a player like Laculia, big body, he doesn't even have to do much. He's gonna put you on the ground if you even bounce off of him.
Tom was getting aggressive there for Grove Unlimited. Coach Justin Grove getting fired up. I think I said Grove Unlimited. It is Grove United, not Grove Unlimited. Because even though they do have the lead, they have been limited today to just one goal.
One scoring opportunity for that matter.
Right.
I think they've had the ball in the Reds' half maybe 3 times the whole match. Midfield's doing well. Backline's doing well. Haven't seen much from their forwards.
And that one also just wide.
Well, the instructions for Norris clear. Have shots. Have at it. Get after the outside back there on the right side.
O'Neill off to the races, as is McMillan. Trying to chase it down. The tackle there as both players go down and are slow to get up.
Yeah, the one thing I have to say, Machado, you don't see many players that are as good at slide tackling as he is. Absolute masterclass in slide tackling. And the thing is, American players aren't used to that contact because it's not as much of a part of the game in this country. It's not taught as much. It's more taught as a last-ditch bit of the game rather than a true portion of it. So you get players that are a bit surprised by it. They're conditioned to go down at the slightest scent of contact on a slide tackle because similarly the refs don't see it a lot. They don't see good slide tackling, so they go down a lot and make a lot of calls on those.
So why is that? Why is it not taught here in the United States as much, whereas in Europe and South America and other places in the world it's taught much, much more?
Yeah, it's viewed as a bit of last-ditch defending, and I think some of it's the demographic of the players you have. In the U.S., players tend to be phenomenal athletes, and you've got guys that can get 2-3 chances defensively. Even if they miss on the first go, they can sprint back. They've got the speed to contest every ball, so it's not viewed as necessary as it is in other parts of the world where it's a bit more tactical.
Looks like there's an injury there at midfield. As Vanessa Mwepu, who has scored the only goal of the contest so far, is the player that's down.
With the trainer coming on the pitch, he will have to exit the match. He will be allowed back on at the fourth official's discretion.
I want to remind you to stay connected to the men's and women's Reds teams by following them online. Visit the website at alexandriareds.org. That's alexandriareds.org for player profiles. And follow the women on Instagram at Alexandria_ProWomen. That's at Alexandria_ProWomen. And the men on Instagram at Alexandria_Pro Alexandria. That's at Alexandria_Pro underscore. There we go. All right. Alexandria_Pro_. There's a lot of underscores in there.
Yeah. It's the favorite special character of the social media team.
Well, and of Instagram right now. He is hobbling. Mwepu is even going to need some help the last few steps to get off the pitch.
Yeah, you have to imagine they're going to sub him unless he has a miraculous recovery.
Again, he has scored the only goal that we've seen so far in this one, doing so back in the 12th minute as the game's being played now in the 65th minute.
Machado going to serve this one into the box, getting the big bodies forward with Yaga and McMillan, getting about 16 yards out from goal.
Machado ready to roll. Now Ignacio. O'Neal. Working it down the line here is Penny Sr. Now it'll be moved back to Amadecker.
Grove still playing with 10 men. Really eager to get guys in the match, get their substitute in the match, get their 11th man on the pitch.
So entering play is Perry Barnes, number 4.
Laculia is now slid central. He's going to play in as a back-end 9, and how does that one creep through?
Aggressive move there for Barnes just coming into the game.
Yeah, Barnes a little bit of a different frame from his counterpart who he subbed in for, and Bernard wasn't quite ready for it.
Wider shoulders, a little thicker.
Lovely tackle
down there. Getting caught up with Bernard.
Finding himself in the referee's book rather quickly there. Barnes.
There's O'Neal taking it off the chest. A little overrun there for United. O'Neal sticking with it.
You look at the fact that O'Neal did not even play in college, and it's just incredible. He's got so much skill on the ball. He's just all-around player. Play outside back, tucks in at center mid, in possession, really dynamic guy. Played club at JMU, actually.
Which is what Irvin says he hopes to do. Elvert. '69th minute, 1-0. Grove United leads the Alexandria Reds. Making the move. Here's O'Neal. You can hear the coach of Grove United, Justin Grove, getting upset there.
Could you confirm that one, please?
I believe that's Chris Barnard.
Confirming number 10 red.
Your attention, please. A yellow card caution is issued to Alexandria's number 10, Chris Bernard.
So Chris Bernard
in the 70th minute.
getting a yellow card in the 70th minute.
Yeah, just said one too many things to the official's dismay, and official didn't like his tone or like his language or like what he said, and finding himself in the book.
You could see, though, the frustration was mounting, though, from Bernard.
Yeah, he's gotten dinged several times. Just keeps getting hit, and he finally had enough.
Ahead. Here's Barnes, but it's going to be picked off.
See
nice
that?
Move there for McMillan getting in.
McMillan using his speed there, but that's one where a lot of times you'd see a player go to ground, be sure that you get there first, be sure that you get the step on the guy, get the ball out of play, and regroup. You know, McMillan relying on his speed there is a lovely ball to Hormozy. Machado's had enough of trying to get his armband on. He said, Velcro's not going to stick. I'll just let it dangle.
Just off the hands there of Howard.
Lovely volley from Ignacio. Appeals for handball that were pretty founded there.
And that's going to find the net. Gets past Howard. He looked to his left, and the ball was just to his right.
Oh, what a bit of play that was there. Linking up so well. 1, 2, 3, 4 passes. Tucks it home. Laculia.
The equalizer. Evening things up at 1 apiece.
72nd. That leaves a lot of time for the Reds to get something out of this. They'll be looking to push on. They've already taken 3 points from Grove United down in Richmond. They'll be looking to do the league double.
And Laculia scoring his first goal of the season. Here's Stewart. Hormozy trying to chase that one down.
Yeah, had
That's
a lot
gonna
to
go
do.
off of him.
Had a lot to do there with not much room to do it. McMillan's day is done, holding his hamstring. Never like to see that.
So he exits, and Logan Storin is on for the Reds.
Starin's gotten some minutes with the UPSL team, trying to get his first minutes in NPSL now. And if that's your first touch of the day, it's not a bad one. Big booming headed clearance.
Machado.
That's another one. I don't know what the standard of contact is there. He's getting pulled by 2 guys and no foul given.
Senior trying to work it ahead.
Double substitution now for the Reds. As it's going to be Ethan Stewart coming off. That puts Hormozy out at left back. Plays as a winger typically. Holden Woodings coming on.
Holden Woodings and Jack Sullivan are the 2 coming on for the Reds.
Sullivan, another new face.
Alexandria substitutions in the 75th minute.
Deadline quickly approaching for registering players for the NPSL, so got to get those last guys into the group for the summer.
Entering the dash, number 14, Holden Woodings, and number 4, Jack Sullivan.
O'Neal feeds off. Machado now works it back.
Norris has got to release the ball. He's let off the hook by the referee there. And the official no more for a man already in the book in Perrin Barnes.
Yeah, he was trailing him.
Well, he's had 3 since his yellow card. He's certainly pushing his luck with 14 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Gotta think somebody fancies this to put 2 guys over it. Goalkeeper did well there, down to his right side.
Howard.
Wasn't very well struck. It's on target, which is what you want in that situation, but not enough pace to creep it by. Oh, now you got to get on that press. Did well with his weak foot. Howard seems to have been left-footed based on how he's taking his goal kicks. That one, taking right foot, did very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not often you see goalkeepers that can distribute so superbly with both feet.
An ambidextrous person. Yaga frustrated.
Well, was offside the run there down the left wing. Tom playing that just a little too early. Hormozy clipping that one in. Just a little bit behind Laculia, though.
Stick-to-itiveness there for Inhat. Able to work it past Yaga, who eventually comes away with it. Now Ignacio, as he gets across the middle of the field.
Clever tactical foul there, right at midfield. Ignacio had him beat. Just a quick go away.
I was going to say, it's very nice.
Well, the rule is now is if you come into play inside 10 yards and the ball hits you, you do receive a yellow card. So the ref, just a little preventative officiating there, as he knows that if that ball hits the Grove United player, he's gonna have to send him off. There's no other option.
Mm-hmm.
Sullivan now in the book as referee, loving the color yellow at the moment.
Well, the sun is still out.
Showing the same color as the Potomac Garage Solutions banner across the field.
Which is a nice spot where you can get nothing but the best for your garage. Transform your garage space into clean, organized, and usable space. Any space you want, just check out PotomacGarageSolutions.com. Getting it in is Senior. Physical play here is Sullivan has it taken away. There's O'Neill working it to Woodings, and that's going to go out.
A little too much for Luculia there. Very fortunate there for Beckman. Ref didn't see him absolutely take out the Reds midfielder, clipping the back of the ankle.
Hadaway. Now here's Machado getting it down the right side, working forward toward Luculia, but it'll be taken away by Grove United. Racing after it. That'll be Yaga. Bringing it back down for the Reds. Feeding away. Thought about going to Sullivan. That's who takes it now. Sullivan changes course. Now over in the corner. Moves it back. And that is just going to miss.
Immediately over to the assistant referee. Linesman did not get to the correct spot there, it looked like. Couldn't see it. What a spectacular goal that would have been from Luculia. The goal to try it.
Mm-hmm. You got to try it.
That's one that
Wouldn't you agree?
Most players would step back and try to bring that play down.
Yeah, but you got to appreciate the aggressive nature which he brings.
Yeah, he's a big body in the center of the field.
Hermosi feeds off.
Norris just needs to play simple. He's overplaying.
I've seen that from him a couple times here this evening.
Just looking for something spectacular, and it's just not on. You got 8 minutes left in the match. You got to play.
Match is all level at 1 apiece. Playing here in the 83rd minute. Grove United scoring in the 12th minute. And the Reds answering in the 72nd minute. And that's where this match stands right now. So entering the game is Dylan Matheny for Grove United. Reds looking for their 4th win of the season. Grove United looking for their 3rd victory.
Grove United substitution in the 84th minute. Entering the bench, number 18, Dylan Matheny.
Good touch from Luculia.
Luculia dancing with it. Now feeds off.
Good interplay, quick passing. Yaga recovering from a bit of a wayward touch and now charging forward.
And Yaga feeding off here. Staying with it, bringing it back out. Had the right idea. Now here's Yaga. Yaga getting it past. And trying to scoop it up, and doing so is Howard.
Oh, again, just somebody shoot the ball there. Like, guys, you'll take a corner, you'll take a deflection, you got to get something out of that. Yaga did really well. Holden Woodings, his Catholic University teammate, making a big, bold slide tackle to keep play alive and getting nothing out of that. It's not what you would have wanted to see. With less than 5 minutes remaining here before stoppage time.
Hadaway quickly trying to prompt the Reds to get moving.
Good ball from Ignacio out to Woodings.
Woodings. Now here's Sullivan. Sullivan right into the hands of Howard.
This game's starting to get very open. Ignacio just never seems to get tired. Ignacio, one of a couple players that'll be camp counselors at Alexandria Soccer Summer Camp, starting bright and early tomorrow morning.
That's almost off the hands there of Howard. I think he's probably thinking a little bit of a sigh of relief there.
That's one that if that goes in, you're
right.
You got a long ride back to Richmond with your coaching staff.
So Ignacio's got, as they say, sleep quick because he's got his camp counseling. Any of the other players dealing with camp counseling tomorrow?
Machado will be out there. We've got a couple guys in the group that'll be out there bright and early. Half day camp staff. If you're listening at home and looking to sign up for camp, still plenty of opportunity to do so.
And how could one do so if they wanted to?
Alexandria-soccer.org. Click on the camps tab at the top of your screen and get out there with the pros, as they say.
Do you only have half-day options? What if you wanted a full day away from your kids?
So full day and half day are available. The older kids are the half day friends. The younger kids tend to do half day.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a
Makes
little
sense. Yes.
They tend to get a little tired by noon in the hot sun. So 2 camp options: soccer camp at Simpson Field, Camp Kick and Fun at Brenman Park. That one, soccer and activities.
And activities. Wow, that leaves a lot on the table.
Crafts, camp,
Yes.
Exploration of the park.
Moving forward, staying with it. There's Woodings corralling it over in the corner. Coming in just a bit high. Sullivan now cleared away.
Now Grove hanging on for dear life here. Just trying to see out this last few minutes as the onslaught continues, trying to catch a quick counterpunch.
89th minute is where we stand right now in regular time. Laculia looking for a call. Still explaining his standpoint with the official.
Yeah, we've known since the first minute that he wasn't giving anything close, anything contestable. Ignacio, tons of room to turn.
And he'll feed off to Starin, who gives it right back. Ignacio. Works it over to Machado. Yaga in a bit of a race. Woodings sticking with it, and one of the Grove United players able to turn the trajectory.
Well, again, that's the assistant referee's got to help the center there. You can hear the contact from where we're sitting up in the press box, and no call, and it results in a counterattack.
So we're receiving word there's going to be at least 5 minutes of added time tacked on.
There will be a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time added to the end of the second half.
Tom's day will be done. He also grabbing his hamstring, getting some ice from the trainer.
So a couple of the Grove United players have had some issues today in the heat.
Well, these are issues you expect more in July, this time of the year. Not as much. It's actually a pretty temperate day.
True.
Warm on the turf, but temperate overall, gentle breeze.
Yeah, I mean we're in the mid 80s, and obviously the temperatures are going down as Woodings looks to work it, but it's knocked away. And the kick there just wide. Yeah, next weekend I think it's supposed to be in the mid to upper 90s, and that's before the heat index.
Yeah, it just gets hotter and hotter into the postseason. Yaga made sure.
Alexandria substitution leaving the match, number 6, Rafael Machado.
Ruiz.
Ruiz hasn't featured in a couple matches. He was a staple in the first 2 or 3 from the Reds. Addition of more guys. He's found his minutes limited, but opportunity to really impress here in the last ditch effort from Alexandria.
Still at least a couple minutes of stoppage time. Other shot is just high. You can see the frustration from the Reds. They've had 4 or 5 of those.
Setback for Hermosi. Didn't do it as a forward. Thought he was going to get his reward as an outside back. Just inches over the post.
Starin bringing it back up for the Reds.
Yaga again, almost costing his side late on.
Yaga's had a tough match.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like he's really been in a rhythm.
No, and it's not something you see from him. He's an experienced player. He's played at the highest level before transferring down to one of the highest levels of D3. He's playing, I believe, at Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
Transferred to Catholic, but just not at the pace that he usually is.
Here's Woodings. And coming out on it there is Howard.
It's got to be a touch wider for Woodings to get on the end of that. Put 2 central.
We're about 4.5 minutes into stoppage play.
Nothing really that's happened in stoppage time that would warrant much more. Getting numbers forward now. Long distribution.
And so they're going to call that being the end of the match. So it was Grove United jumping out to a 1-0 lead in the 12th minute. It stayed that way till the 72nd minute when Alexandria netted a goal thanks to Nico Laculia, and the match ends in a 1-1 tie. So things could have been much worse for Alexandria, but they do finish in a draw.
Yeah, it's one that feels like a loss if you're the Reds. You were on the front foot for so much of the match, just didn't quite put anything away. They'll be wishing they had this one back, especially as you get late in the season. They still trail DMV Elite FC by a point now, level on matches played. So one that they wish they could have gotten more out of, one they should have gotten more out of with all the chances created. You have to ask some questions of if that one crossed the line, did that make a difference? You know, at the end of the day, though, if it wasn't called a goal, it doesn't make a difference in the end. 1 point is all the Reds will get out of this one.
Indeed, so that is what they get, and this one ends in a 1-1 draw. So that'll do it for today's broadcast. For everyone that put it together, for Nick Papadis, I'm Dan Lang, reminding you today's Alexandria Reds broadcast has been brought to you by Potomac Garage Solutions, In Motion Photography, Capelli Sport, and Kerry Adams Compass Real Estate. Again, the final score, 1-1 between Grove United and your Alexandria Reds. Have a great afternoon, evening, and happy Father's Day, everybody.